Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh.
You're like...
I sent pictures to them. They're like, why are you not smiling with your like teeth? Everyone's smiling with their teeth.
You got good teeth. Why don't you smile your teeth?
Because it looks so fake if I just go.
That's textbook smile.
It looks so fake.
So we're here to film. Wait, did I press record?
Did you?
I did. We're here to film a video about exchange because I know my school will love this video. Is this for me hiding? Because she's cooking sweet potato in the background.
Is it sweet potato? I love sweet potato.
Gogoma.
Gogoma.
That's Korean in sweet potato. We are all from different backgrounds. I'm from Macau. This is Ira from Ukraine. And this is Laura from
Denmark.
How many languages can we speak
Okay.
in total? Like, what is this sentence? What is this? English? Mandarin? 这是什么来的? Cantonese? 呢個咩嚟嘅? Portuguese? O que é isto? And then French? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Ukrainian що це? Russian що это? Занялася на обідах Czech. Що то є?
You know Czech?
A bit.
Давай. What does that mean?
It's the same in Ukrainian and Russian.
Oh, really? It means like, let's go.
Oh.
Давай. Every time I'm at World Championships. Давай. And I'm like, yeah. In Denmark, it's hvad det?
Uh-huh.
It's basically the same in Sweden and Norway. I think so. In Korean, it's ikke møjer, the informal way.
And so 3 of us together, we speak 10 languages.
And then in German, it's was ist das? Was ist das?
11. Oh my god, that's insane.
We speak a lot of language here.
I love it, yeah.
Multicultural.
We can
Oh
go-
my
we can all
god.
go
Do we
to
need
different
the
countries.
Japanese one?
これは何ですか?
Oh.
Okay.
Come on.
Two of
It's a
us.
long word. That's what I'm saying. Japanese are long. Like.
Yeah.
What is it like living in a dorm?
You guys start.
So let's start with good stuff first.
Yeah, I can like start because I feel like I'm one of the more luckier one because I'm on the sunny side. The weather conditions don't kind of affect my room. Like there's always light in there. I can always study. We're on 3rd floor, which I find is nice because then there's not people running on our floor. It's very like a private floor. The bed is okay. I like the bed, but I can sleep everywhere. Like it's not like it's not tiny. It's like a quite
quite
wide.
I think the mattress is good. The first thing
Yeah,
I
the
came here,
mattress is really
if
good.
you recall the video, the first thing I open the door, I press on the mattress and be like, this is a good bed.
Same. And I sat on it. I was like, okay, it seems okay.
nice.
I lay down.
sleep in this. Okay, that's okay. Because if you live down, like you can hear people walk
Yeah.
Yeah.
from both floors.
I
so-
do, when I was walking on the 2nd floor, I do hear people on the 3rd floor corridor walking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like we are lucky with the location we are at in the dorm room.
We live on the dark side. 0 sunlight because we have forest behind.
That's why we're sitting here in the
Yeah.
common room because we can't use my room. My room is freaking dark inside.
Same. The room itself, it's not modern, obviously, but I feel like if you decorate it, it can become more homey, so it doesn't feel too bad.
I also feel like there's space for your clothes. Like,
True.
of course, you have to buy your own hangers and your own like duvets and such, but there's enough room for your clothes. I have a lot of clothes, and all my clothes could be there. Plus, my huge luggage could be in the closet as well.
One of the drawer under my bed is still empty. I
Yeah,
don't have that much stuff to put
same.
inside.
Yeah, it's half empty for me too.
Yeah, same.
Like I just have packets.
Yeah, I put baggage in one as well. I'm like, bag.
The common room is nice. I feel like we have enough sofas. We have a TV.
Yeah.
We have like a small kitchen space.
It's not even a kitchen, it's a
It's a kitchenette, right?
Yeah.
That's the word for
a
it.
sink,
think so, yeah.
a kettle, and then microwave. That's
Yeah,
it.
A kitchenette.
I would say the best thing living in a dorm is it's kind of luck and fate too that we're located in the same floor. That's how we met. If we're not on the
Yeah.
same floor, we won't even know each other.
It's
That's
really
true.
easy to meet people. I was reading reviews for this place. I saw like a lot of reviews that it's bad, but then also positive ones because that it's really easy to meet people. And I was like, I don't believe you guys. But still, when I came here, I would say like half more of my friends are like from my floor.
I don't really know anyone beside this floor. Only unless we're classmates. Like I remember how we were sick, we got the stomach flu.
Yeah.
I was so homesick and I'm so glad that there's someone in this floor I can just knock on the door and be like, I want to go home.
Flashback. Flashback to me
Oh my
holding
God.
her arm. being really sick and being like, it's okay.
That's the good thing. Like, if you want someone to talk or a therapy session, you can always knock on someone's door, live in a dorm.
Yeah, true.
There's always help.
The bad thing, I have to complain about the noise. The walls are non-existent.
Walls are made from paper.
My mom was saying that in American movie, people punch into the wall and they create a hole. It's not because they're strong, it's because the walls are thin.
Yeah, it's just plast. It's thin plast walls. You can hear everything, which is a problem because like we all have different schedules here. And some have like morning hours and some have like late hours. So we come back at different times and there's also different priorities. Example, I didn't have classes Monday, so I could actually be up late Sunday and make sounds.
Also, a lot of people are music people, like jazz students, need to practice. So if you're like night owl, you study during night, they will practice during night.
Yeah.
And my neighbors are jazz people, so they made a lot of noise, which we told them. But sometimes they would just talk normally during night, and it would still be loud, even a normal conversation, just because walls are so.
When it's at night, we talk in this volume. It's nice and clear next door. It's not even that loud. It's normal volume.
Yeah.
For information, we're living on a unisex floor. It's where you share bathroom and shower place with a guy. There will be guys walking around.
For me personally, it's okay. Kitchen space and showers, like all right, not too dirty. And I think it's just like a game of luck if you're lucky enough to get good people who like look after themselves.
We got really lucky. Our floor people.
Our floor wrote out a message and be like, please wash your hands and please close the door when you're peeing. Then it got better.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks where the guys just had the door open while peeing, I was like,
I don't want to see your... There's one or two still do it.
yeah. You know, I had drama. The cleaning guy.
Oh, he doesn't wash his hands.
He doesn't?
No, I was peeing and he went in peeing and then he just walked out and I was like,
Yes.
you're the cleaning guy.
Yes, he doesn't wash his hands.
You're the cleaning guy. Can you please wash your...
Yeah, some people still don't wash their hands. Like, I would see guys just go pee and then go out and do not wash their hands. I would look at them like, what's the actual hell? I always took like tissue and like opened everything with tissue.
I always do this.
Or this, yeah.
You find it uncomfortable if there's guys walking around on the floor or like sharing the bathroom. Unisex bathroom is so common in Canada. The first time I had unisex bathroom was at Granville Island. I went in and I came out, I was like, well, female and male, we use the same bathroom.
Usually when I see a guy walking to washroom, I'm like, okay, let's sit in the common room and wait a bit. Because I don't want to go, inside and do my things.
Oh my, sometimes I would just open the door, be like looking at if there's feet in the stalls. If there's feet, I was like, I can wait a couple of minutes.
So real, yeah. So real.
I can't take a shit if there's someone inside. It goes like, don't. And I have to flush it immediately so it doesn't stink. I did flush a couple of times.
Okay, guys, out of time.
Oh, the food here is also kind of bad.
My take on food is that it's not too bad. Like, it is manageable, it is eatable all the time. All dishes kind of taste in a way the same. And, like, sometimes you would look at them and you would just lose your appetite. Is it negative enough?
No, I would say especially for European people, you know how a lot of people say the American food tastes fake?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same here.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, the vegetables doesn't taste like vegetables.
The beef doesn't taste like beef.
It tastes chemical.
It tastes like it's made out of a lab.
It really tastes like we're trying to recreate the taste of meat.
And also a lot of fast food. For me personally, I don't like fast food and I don't eat it. So I don't like something on like dining menu. I can't go for grill one because it's all basically grill menu and fast food.
Because they use a lot of oil in this food.
One, they use a lot of oil. Two, there's not enough vegetable for sure.
You are gonna be bloated and you are gonna get acne on your face. Like,
yes, that's like me right now. And then I could feel my mood is so... Sometimes it gets really bad because I don't have a clean diet. I don't have a good diet. And it affects my mood too. If you choose again, would you still choose the dorm or would you stay outside and rent your own apartment?
I would still go for dorm because one, it's cheaper. Second is they have food there. Even though it's not good, it's still food. It saves me time. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. Third, it's easy to meet people.
Depends on where you are in your life, where you are in your studies, because I imagine as first years, it's a good idea because it's a quick way to like make friendships. It's easy to like
Social
all
lives.
but also the basic stuff you don't need to think about. So you can focus completely on school and try to socialize. You don't have to like, oh, I need to clean up as well, and I need to like, someone does that for you. Here it was nice, but if I had to stay, I would probably get my own apartment.
Yes.
Because I'm in a place in life now that I want my own place. I want to like create my own interior.
For me, because I'm exchange student, for me it doesn't really matter. As long as like I have like my money to travel, I have a lot of free time. I don't focus as much on studying. Where in the UK where I'm studying, I need my own place without any roommates, with my own washroom, bathroom, because in general I need my private space too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for people who need their private space, be sure you find yourself a good roommate, because if you're not lucky enough to have a good roommate, you're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yes, Leonie and I were talking about, we're so excited to go back home to have our own personal space because we're both the only child and first time sharing a room with someone else.
Yeah.
It's really hard on us. But then I know a lot of people from here, they usually stay here for 1 semester or 1 year, and then they make friends, then they go out and rent an apartment
And they move,
together.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea.
It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Some exchange students are here just to like have fun and get the experience. But example, I have to have my credits back. I have to have the grades back. So I have to study hard. You won't have as much fun. So you can feel a bit left out on that aspect.
Recommend something that we should bring to the dorm. I would say pillow. I love my pillow.
For me, I don't care.
Same.
Yeah.
I would, to be fair, I would just say like decorations, like lightweight, cheap decorations. For me, it's just posters. I just printed posters here.
An
Something-
adapter.
Adapter for
And long
European
extensions
friends.
where you can have a lot of different in.
Yeah.
Let's move on to life in school. Is studying here hard? How's the workload? What do you guys think?
I think it really depends on the program you choose. For me, it's communication.
And how many courses?
I have 4 courses. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's honestly, I don't think it's very hard. Like I was able to pass everything, and I'm not even pass. I have like 80s. I was able to travel plus study on a good level. As long as you pay attention in classes, you don't skip your classes. I feel like you're okay. You're good to go. As a workload, you can go to rate my professor, choose your school, and choose your professor you might have, and then you will see how many assignments they give. Because for some of my classes, we barely had any assignments, only like big ones in the end. And for some classes, we had like thousands of small assignments that worth like 2%, and you have to spend a lot of time on them. So I think it really depends on the teacher and class you have.
Rate My Professor is
Rate
such
My
a good
Professor,
website. Even my psychology teacher, he was saying that my rating on Rate My Professor, people be saying that read your textbook. And guys, but that's my job.
But I
"That's
also
true."
feel like rate my professor can be a bit.
It's a bit. Some people might be mad without a reason.
It's
or
extreme.
Some people would. It's extreme. Yeah. Some people. Would,
I never trust ratings because
Yeah.
when people rate stuff often, it's often because they are negative about. They have a negative feeling.
Yeah.
People don't be like, oh, this is good, let me rate it. Like, people don't go do that. People are like, I hate this person, I'm gonna rate this bad. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Be critical. About it.
Okay, so for me, I am studying interdisciplinary of art, which is basically random subjects, nothing related to my major. My major is event management, but I'm doing psychology, philosophy, French, and anthropology. First few weeks, I would say philosophy was kind of hard because there's a lot of readings. Also for psychology, I was overwhelmed with the textbook. And then later on throughout the semester, I kind of catch what the professor wants from us. Yeah, and then I'm getting good grades. I would say people here, they listen in class. Compared to my place people, they watch K-drama and play with their phone in class.
For me, no one pays attention in class.
I think it depends on the...
Yeah, also depends in
Yeah.
class.
Mostly I had first year courses, but then one of the classes was for third year, and I struggled with it at the start just because I don't have background in communication. My main degree is interior architecture, which is different.
I'm in early childhood education, but it's a bit different for me because I can take my credits back. So I had to choose courses that are similar to stuff I have back at home. So even though I'm in early childhood education, not all my courses is focused on early childhood education. I'll say if you take psychology, there's gonna be a lot of workload because it's a lot of reading. And it's the same with philosophy because I also took a philosophy class. There is a clear difference between first year classes and then I have a fourth year class. There's a difference in like level and what they like require for you. I'm taking my credits back and my school are gonna watch and they only sent the best of the best out, like in my
Oh,
school.
she's the best of the best.
So I have to prove that I went out and I also had fun, but I prioritized in the weekdays that I had to study because I know they're gonna look at my grades and be like, did she slack?
Yeah, I would say if as long as you study throughout Monday to Friday, you will have time to go out and play and enjoy life on Saturday and Sunday. You just have to plan your schedule well. For example, tomorrow I have an exam. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. But I finished studying for my exam on Tuesday, so I can go out later after filming this video to go out and play for the entire day. That's because I study in advance. It's all about time management too.
Online classes, though, be aware if you take online classes, a lot of assignments. I felt like I've been writing every day. I have history and it's an online course.
Look at courses you take, because sometimes some of them require a lot of reading. You don't want to have 4 complicated subjects in one semester.
Early childhood education, I had children in the arts. It was the least one, but because it was a 4th year, they still required a lot. But I got to play with children every first day, which was nice. We got to draw together.
Okay, teaching method over here. Our school, it's not like the lecture hall where you have hundreds of students sitting in the same hall. It's all small classes, basically 25 to 32 students per class. And I like one of my professors. She is really creative when it comes to teaching. She would like make Jeopardy.
Yeah,
and we play games, and then she will have ice-breaking game every class to draw. What's one person you admire and then draw them out? Something like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is good. Again, it depends on the subject you have. Psychology, you're sitting and listening a lot.
That's me too.
It depends on the teacher, because my teacher was really trying to like make creative learning, so we went to the forest and such. But I heard some of the other classes, they were reading a lot. It was reading heavy. Early childhood education, I got to play with children, which is really nice, especially when you're working with children. It's good in the education that you get to play. One thing I disagree about learning-wise, especially as a future teacher, in Denmark we are taught that a classroom is like we learn together. We study together because we help each other to become better. It is proven through a lot of like research that it is sometimes better. But here they're very much like integrity. You have to do your own stuff. You can't get help from anyone. And I'm like,
Plagiarism and all those things.
yeah, boy, I'm like, why not help each other and make each other better?
I think it's individualism versus collectivism. Canada it's a really individualism country.
The fun thing is, they take inspiration from the Scandinavian country about school systems. They have like a tight-knitted work, Canada and like the Scandinavian countries. And I think that's funny because even my early childhood education teacher here was like, yeah, I know it's weird. I'm trying to make group work because I feel like it's best for learning environments. But she knows it's so ingrained in this culture that, oh, you should study on your own. You should make your, like, I wish more lenience that we could help each other.
All my professors except for one of them, he was such a yapper, but that's okay. I don't judge him for that. I think he has. Yeah,
he just loves his course,
he
so
was
he yaps.
He was yapping a lot. For public speaking, I had the most amazing prof. One of the most amazing profs in my university life in general. He was really engaging with us and like really helped us to learn a lot. For my another class, she was really nice. Professor was really sweet. Material we learned sometimes was quite a bit complicated to understand, so she would make us draw a points, you know,
Oh,
for
yeah,
us
a
to
mind map.
understand it better. Yeah, kind of like a mind
You know
map.
how Ira and I met? We met in the toilet.
Oh yeah,
Because
she helped me for my public speaking class.
Yeah.
She what did you say?
No, she had a speech for a public speaking class on a bottle of smart water, trying to sell this bottle of water.
Yeah.
And I was just giving her idea in the toilet, and that's my first time chatting with Ira.
Yeah, and when I went to class, I started my speech like that, something like this. So I was standing in the morning and brushing my teeth, and then my flatmate came in, and she was like, she gave me advice to like say, and then she saw a bottle of smart water, and she thought, smart water? Hell yeah, I want to be smart.
Sorry, yeah. I came home from school, then I failed my exam. My mom called me stupid and dumb. Then I went to supermarket to grab some chocolate. Then I see a bottle of smart water calling me at the corner of my eye at that aisle. Then I grab it because I want to be smart, like something like that.
Yeah. No, I remember you said smart water. Hell yeah, I want to be.
My roommate, we were taking the same psychology course, same course code, same course, but then different professor. They have different teaching methods. So even same course, same course code, we have different exam papers. At the beginning of the semester, I like this class the most. Like, I like one of the class the least. And then towards the end of the semester, it's switch around.
Yeah.
Is there any incident in school that happened that is like most memorable?
Really, I would just say we really bonded with my public speaking class, and it really felt like family. Like, we all helped each other to get better. Like, in the end of every speech, everyone would clap. Everyone supported everyone so much.
Good.
Like, when someone would see that person in front of us is a bit lost, they would be like they would
You can do
support,
it.
they would smile, like, you can do
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah. So I think that was really nice. But it's also kind of a teacher's achievement, because he really like broke the ice and helped us to like communicate more.
Be aware what seat you're gonna choose, because we as humans have a tendency to sit the same place, but the person who sits behind you is gonna affect your learning environment.
I love my French class. Yeah, at first it was like different seating every class, and then around like week 3, everyone start to sit next to each other, like they are friends with, and then I make good friends with them. I went out to the dinner yesterday with them. That's because we sit close to each other. And I like my French class, how people, they would just come in and be like bonjour, and I was like bonjour, and then we always say au revoir, like goodbye. Yeah, but then there was this one incident in one of my class where we did group discussion, and there's 4 of us, 3 other people, they are all from the same country. They speak the same mother language, and they speak in their mother language. I was the only one that didn't understand what were they saying. I feel a bit disrespected.
Yeah, it's quite rude. So again, be aware of the people you sit with. Canada is very multicultural, so just like us, we speak 10, 11 different languages. So you are going to meet people who connect with the language and are going to communicate in that language. And you are going to feel finding a good group in the class really does something else. Because I remember when I started doing philosophy class, it was hard because it was the 3rd year. But because I had a strong friend group, we could have fun and we could play in class. But still, when the question would come, we would take it half serious and half not serious. So we would have a serious answer if the teacher asked us, but we would still be joking around.
Overall impression of Canada. I love how when I walk at the bird sanctuary, you say hi to everyone. If you walk past like this, you'd be like, hi.
Oh, I find that so awkward.
No, but I love it. Like, if I'm feeling depressed, I just need this like little tiny social interaction, a little smile from the stranger, and oh my god, it makes my day.
I get why some people say Canada is like the kinder version of America, because I actually thought, maybe a bit naive, that it was gonna feel a bit more European than it actually felt. It is more Americanized than I first expected it to be.
For me personally, I was kind of hoping for it to be a bit more European. When we went to Montreal, it's really European because it's a French side.
The French are very proud of their culture, so I get why.
No, but I've been to Toronto and we live in Vancouver. For me, Toronto was so Americanized. It was
Really? Was it worse?
It was much worse.
Is it because closer to New York?
It's huge.
I think so as well.
Huge. There is no plants. It's so loud. The streets are wide.
Oh my
A
God.
lot of dirt. I don't like skyscrapers in general. They make me feel small and they don't make me feel good. But here, I don't feel that just because of nature.
Yeah, we live
Because
close.
there's a lot of trees around city, a lot of parks, so it doesn't feel too much.
We live in downtown. There's a lot of tall buildings, but if you live like in North Van,
It's like
nature.
You know, we've been living next to the trees for so long. Whenever we go to downtown, we come back, we feel so tired. My brain is overstimulated with all the stuff going on over there. Do you think it's a slow-paced life over here?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a fast-paced, especially in downtown.
Not compared to Asia.
No, because I think it's
Yeah,
slow-paced from
maybe.
where I came from.
Oh, okay. No, for me it's...
Not compared to
me-
European.
No, not compared to European. I think it's a bit more fast. But then again, it also depends. If you go on a hike, everyone is so chill. They would just say hi to you.
I love that
enjoy
it's
the
a hiking
nature.
culture.
Yeah, I love the
Hiking and
culture.
bicycling.
Bicycling,
Yeah.
yeah. I love the culture.
Generally, people here, they are just more focused on health. I see no matter what age you are at the supermarket, they look at the nutrition label.
But that can also be unhealthy to some extent if you
Yeah.
focus too much on the nutrients.
I also like how here you can talk with strangers for hours. I talk
okay.
with them and I learn a lot from them.
I'm not a big fan of like small talk conversation, but I still like it. Like it's just nice. to be able to talk to someone.
I think it
if you need
depends on
help.
the situation and if
Yeah, it
you're
depends on the
comfortable in the
situation.
situation.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But I also found Canadians like really friendly. Even though some Canadians are angry about the fact that everyone are calling them friendly, like most Canadians are mad. They were really chill, really helpful and friendly, and just like really nice people to talk to.
I would say, as a Dane myself, and if Danish people are watching this, Canada is basically, the weather is like Denmark. The nature is like Denmark, just huge. It's very similar to Denmark to some extent, but there are more like contact with people. Whereas in Denmark, we don't talk to strangers at all. Where here, like when you walk into the bus, you say like,
Thank
hello,
you.
or thank you.
Oh my god, I was in
or-
cultural shock when I came here. I was
Every
like,
time
you have to say thank you when you
every-
get off.
Every time you walk out of the bus, everyone say thank you. Literally, people would be walking out of the bus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the bus
Yes.
driver would always be like, no problem, no problem. Have a good day. And it's like, okay.
No, because in my
I think
place,
it's kind.
yes, I like this culture so much. In my place, I think drivers are underrated in my place. In here, drivers, they are like valued.
Yeah.
It's one thing I'm gonna take back with me.
Yes.
I'm gonna start valuing, like, I've always done it to like people working at a grocery store. Try to be kind because I worked in food and beverage myself, so I know it's not, customers are not
Pleasant,
always nice. But I'm gonna start using it in public transit as well, because it's such like it feels nice to have a
Yes.
small connection and like. Yeah.
But I'm sure even for drivers, it's really nice to feel like appreciated from the work they do.
Yeah. And also, I didn't know Canada emphasized so much on gender.
Yeah.
Gender and the pronouns. Like, I remember our first orientation at school. So what's your preferred pronouns? I was like,
We
what?
did it at a meeting here as well. Do you remember the first
Oh, yeah,
evening?
yeah.
They also value indigenous people a lot.
I have a
Canada-
controversy about this though,
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're gonna talk about, and I kind of agree with you.
because
Yeah,
they are
and-
always like they're always saying when they're like presenting, they're like, oh, we have to recognize we're using the Squamish people land, and we have to acknowledge that we took it from them and that we should be honored. Like, they always say this kind of thing, but I feel like they say this kind of thing, but in their actions and the way they live life, they
don't
don't
show
think shit about them.
Yeah.
They don't care. The people in downtown who's on the street, most of them are native, like natives, like people nations.
I didn't know indigenous people is a big thing over here
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
came here.
I didn't know too.
No, the first people, they only own 2% of Canada, which
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
shocked about.
Yeah, they took the whole land, and then they just
Yeah, and now it's like only 2%, and it's like the reservations.
I also like how they would hire elderly people. From my place, elderly are not usually hired for work because either you move slower, you learn slower. Why would I hire you instead of a
Just
fresh graduation?
less
Fresh graduate.
potential.
Yes, but then here
Elderly.
the elderly, they love working. In my place, we'd be like, I want to just retire and have fun in my life. But then here the elderly, they tell me, if I can still move, I want to contribute to the society. I want to feel a sense of belonging to the to the society, and I find it really nice over here.
Yeah, they have a working mentality.
They don't find work as working. They find it as to pass time and earn like a little bit of extra money. But they have fun. I met a grandpa at Superstore. He is so happy at work as a cashier. He was like, here you go, your receipt. Have a nice day. I was like, thank you.
I think it gives like a purpose in life, especially when you're getting older. You're like, instead of just staying home and being bored, you have a
can
purpose.
Go and do something.
Yeah.
Even the bus driver, one of the bus drivers, he listens to rock music all the time. And
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
and every time I go into the bus, I'm like, oh, good music in game. And he's like, yep, it got me. It's just like, it's
So
such a nice
cute.
interaction, yeah.
Rate your exchange experience 1 to 10.
To be fair, I would say like 9.5. A half goes out just because of accommodation. It's just because of my personal things that I'm not used to share a room with someone, plus share washroom with someone. But overall, I think the experience was like really cool. And that's why I extended my stay here. I'm staying for a second semester.
You
So-
go, girl.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go home.
Really, no, for me, honestly, when I saw mountains on our bus stop, like the main one, I was like, I'm staying for second semester. I don't care. Like, I just love this. I'm really planning to explore much more in second semester, especially nature-wise, because nature is just amazing. Nature is the main point
Spring
why I'm
and summer.
staying here.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
If you love
overall-
nature, be Northwind.
yeah, because Montreal and Toronto, they're so flat, no nature there at all. But yeah, if you like nature, go to Vancouver.
We live in a national park, I swear. There's coyotes, there's black bears, there's deers, and there's sea lions at the bird sanctuary. There's like different kind of birds. It's insane.
In 1 week, I sent my parents videos with bears, seals, and sea lions. Like, what else do you need, guys? Come on.
What were you rated?
8 or 8.5. I like the teaching in school. I like everyone. Interaction, but the accommodation is really bad, but I still rate it so high because I just have to say I'm lucky with the floor that I was placed in, like the 3rd floor, that how I meet these people. I think the people makes the exchange a different experience. Like if I'm filming this video and I'm like, oh, I made such good friends, but then if you come here and you're allocated to another floor, you will have totally different experience because the people I meet right now, it's not the people you will meet when you come to exchange.
That's true.
Because I was personally ready to come here and have no friends just because I'm struggling to make friends in general. But like, my expectations were so low, that's why my experience is so much higher. You know? Because like, I managed to find a lot of friends. I always have people to go out with.
I think I'm a different place in life, which makes me a bit more critical about the situation I'm in. I keep telling my roommate have been a complete different situation if I was in my early 20s. But I'm in my late 20s, so there's some callings back at home, and I am in a place right now where I'm that age where you begin to settle down, you begin to like want to have a home, like feels like a home base. This is nice and I love this experience and I love the people I met, especially the people I met. But us, and shout out to my roommate as well, like Imran, I love you. Oh, it's hard because I had some expectations to be here. And I think, especially school-wise, because I love going to school, and I was a bit shocked about some of their ways of teaching and their way of going around with the teachings. So I'm actually going to give it a 6.5. It's still, like, it's not in the middle. I didn't feel me all the time. I just had other expectations.
What expectations did you have?
I think it's mostly connected to school, because, like, I could always go out and I could always do things if I wanted to. Like, again, we live in a national park, as you're saying. You can always do things, but especially I have learning disability, and it's very different from the way in Denmark. In Denmark, they're very like open to what you need as a person, where here they're very much like, we can help you, but in this box.
You don't feel as much support from here.
No, not at all, which made it a bit harder. The way we perceive things is very different from the normal person. I had to like book my own exams, so I had to know the dates and I have to like book in advance. And when you have a learning disability, all those things can be very overwhelming to have focus on. And I actually said that and was like, that's not helping the learning disabled, that we have to book our own exams and do all this stuff. So I think that was also what I find quite hard. And then again, I had to write a lot of assignments, but that was my course choice. So be aware of your course choice. Really read into them and read into what each teacher. The nature's wonderful, the people amazing.
There's a saying in Chinese, rather walk 10,000 miles than reading 10,000 books. But I agree with this. I feel like I learned a lot in this semester in just like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
But it's very different from like the Danish way of doing things. But Danish people, like you said, it is easier. It is easier here.
Anything you should consider before coming here to Canada?
Get a good rain jacket. Because it rains. Get good boots.
Guys, you need to get not only waterproof jacket, get water resistant jacket.
Water resistant jacket, yeah.
But I'm still here with my umbrella. I don't wear those jackets.
Same, I only have my umbrella. But just like, you know,
honestly,
be aware of rain.
Not to promote them, but Dr. Martens boots, like, they are like the rain, like you can walk with them in rain, you can walk with them in snow.
Water. Get good hiking boots. Whatever the weather is outside, hiking boots will save you. We went on a trip, right, for 2 days. And my legs were so dead after this trip. The only thing that helped me was my hiking boots. Because they're so comfortable, they're water resistant.
Yes, okay, public speech.
Public speech.
Selling the hiking boots.
Leave me with Dr. Martens, you with hiking boots.
I should have sold hiking boots instead of water bottle.
Me hiking with my Air Force and then my knees hurts after.
I think do your research before coming to each city to know things around to do here, transport, people, school just to know these general questions. Because for me personally, I did not have any problems when it came to Canada just because I did my research and I knew what everything.
I knew it was
going to
be like the Danish weather, so I was like, that's fine.
I didn't do any research. I'm just excited to live around trees and in the national park. I didn't expect that the hazing would be kind of dangerous. And there's quite a few cases of stabbing people in downtown this few weeks. It's a bit dangerous. Because in my place, life safety is never a problem in my mind.
No,
I won't think I will be attacked by a black bear or I will get stabbed in my place.
I want to make a point though, because I'm studying close to London, so I go to London like on weekends. I feel much safer here when it's dark than I feel in London. Much safer.
Really?
Much safer, honestly. Because
even in
London,
Hastings Street.
No. Hastings is another thing. I don't go to Hastings. No.
East Hastings, that's the place to be at night.
No, if you don't go to Hastings, you just in downtown or like in North Vancouver, like in Lonsdale, I feel so safe. I know that no one's gonna touch me or like anything.
You should have been at the bus yesterday. There was a lady in our bus. And I kid you not, we were not at Hastings. We were not close to Hastings.
Yeah.
We were at the shopping street. But when she got on, she called her dad. She was like, Siri, call dad. And then she started like, it's about my safety. I don't feel safe going home this late. And I was just like, me and Imrana, we were just staring at each other being like,
okay.
Because I felt safe as well. Because we were not close to Hastings. So I was like, it's fine. There's a lot of people. Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. No, even when I meet these people from Hastings or like people who look like they're from Hastings, right? I don't feel too much pressure. Like as long as I am a bit back of them, you know, as they're not close to me, they don't pay any.
Treat them as human beings. That's all I'm gonna say.
Treat them as human beings. Like they're also people. They have their problems. They didn't end up on Hastings without a reason. Like there was a reason.
Canada doesn't have the same safety systems as a lot of European country has. If you don't have work, you don't have a place to live. Like there's no like. To like
someone to support you.
There's no system to support you like anyways. The reason why they take drugs is because they have a miserable life. That's the reason.
You know, we were at the bus stop and then behind us would be like, I got this small packets of wine. How much are you selling? They were drug dealing behind us.
We were like, oh. But again, they are human beings just trying to survive life.
Yeah. Just don't give them the look, because whenever you look at them, they would be back at you.
But again, that's because they feel judged.
Yeah.
Treat them as humans. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
love.
Live, love, laugh.
Treat everyone as human beings.
Goodbye.